Have you ever been jolted out of sleep by a painful cramp in your calf? One moment you're dreaming, the next you're clutching your leg, feeling like your muscles turned to stone. If you're over 60, chances are you've been there. And you know, it's not just a minor annoyance. These nighttime cramps steal your rest, leave your legs sore, and drain your energy for the entire day. Hi everybody's. And today, I want to talk to you about something your doctor might not mention. Many of these nighttime cramps are a red flag that your body is low in magnesium. Now, not every cramp is due to a magnesium deficiency, but as we get older, it's a sneaky issue that gets worse over time. And low magnesium doesn't just lead to cramps, it raises your risk for heart problems, constant fatigue, and even dangerous falls. Here's the good news. You don't need expensive supplements or complicated medications to fix this. Today, I'm going to show you 5 magnesium-rich foods that can ease your muscle cramps, support stronger circulation, and help you sleep more soundly starting tonight. These aren't rare ingredients either. You'll find most of them right at your local grocery store. And if you prepare them the right way, your body can absorb up to twice as much magnesium as it would from a supplement. Before we dive in, I'd love to hear from you. Have you experienced muscle cramps at night? Drop a comment below and share your experience. It might just inspire someone else to take the first step. And if staying strong and independent at any age is important to you, hit that like button and subscribe to the Health Oasis. Oh, and if you're with me right now, type 1 in the comments to let me know. If not, that's okay too. Type 0. And tell us where you're watching from. We love hearing from folks all around the world. Alright, let's get into it. Stick around to the end because I'll also share a quick bedtime routine you can try tonight to stop cramps before they even start. Magnesium-rich food number 1, spinach. Let's start with a humble leafy green you probably pass by in the grocery store every week. Spinach. You might not think of spinach as a superfood, but when it comes to muscle cramps and fatigue, it's one of the most powerful natural remedies out there. Why? Because spinach is packed with magnesium, a key mineral that protects your muscles and nerves, especially as you age. Here's the kicker. Studies show that nearly 80% of older adults aren't getting enough magnesium. And that deficiency is one of the leading causes of those middle-of-the-night leg cramps, morning stiffness, and feeling wiped out all day. Even more concerning, low magnesium levels can quietly increase your risk of heart disease and high blood pressure over time. But there's good news. Adding spinach to your diet in the right way can start rebuilding your magnesium stores fast. But don't just throw it in the microwave or boil it into mush. Here's how to get the most from it. Lightly steam your spinach for no more than 5 minutes. This keeps the magnesium intact, unlike boiling, which can wash away up to 60% of the nutrients. And microwaving? That can zap those fragile compounds too. After steaming, drizzle on a bit of cold-pressed extra virgin olive oil. Healthy fats help your body absorb magnesium more effectively. For an extra boost, add a squeeze of fresh lemon juice. It triples absorption and gives you a shot of vitamin C. Want proof it works? Meet Helen Moore, a 72-year-old retired librarian from Michigan. For almost a decade, she suffered from nightly leg cramps that woke her up in agony. Doctors gave her pills, but nothing worked long-term. Then a nutritionist suggested this spinach method. Just 3 weeks later, 4 servings a week, her cramps were nearly gone, and she finally slept through the night. Helen told me, "It felt like I got my life back." When you shop, choose deep green, crisp spinach. Avoid any bunches that are wilting or yellowing. They've already lost nutrients. And if fresh isn't available, plain frozen spinach works just fine. Just skip the creamed or seasoned versions, which are often packed with salt or unhealthy fats. At home, store it unwashed in a ventilated bag in your veggie drawer and use it within 3 to 4 days. Wash just before cooking, and don't soak it too long or you'll lose those valuable minerals. Want a meal prep? You can steam spinach ahead of time and keep it in a sealed container for up to 48 hours. But for maximum benefits, it's best eaten fresh. A simple habit like this, steaming and seasoning spinach, can dramatically improve your sleep, reduce painful cramps, and help you feel more in control of your body again. Magnesium-rich food number 2, almonds. Let's move on to food number 2, a crunchy little snack with big benefits: almonds. If you've been feeling constantly tired, weak, or plagued by leg cramps, almonds might be the key to turning that around. Here's why. As we age, we tend to lose vital minerals like magnesium and potassium more quickly than we can replace them, even if we're eating a relatively healthy diet. Medications like diuretics can speed up this loss. And over time, our kidneys become less efficient at holding on to these nutrients. Almonds are a smart and natural way to fight back. They're full of magnesium and potassium and forms your body can actually use. Plus, they have something extra, natural alkalizing effect, that helps reduce the acidity that builds up in the body as we age, which in turn calms inflammation in your muscles and joints. Here's something most people don't realize. The healthy fats in almonds help transport minerals like magnesium across your gut lining, making absorption way more effective than just taking a pill. Let me tell you about Robert Jackson, a 68-year-old retired mechanic from Arizona. He had tried everything: supplements, stretching, topical creams, but those cramps just kept waking him up night after night. Then he added soaked almonds to his daily routine. Within 2 weeks, he was feeling stronger, more energetic, and the cramps were almost completely gone. Robert said, "I couldn't believe something so simple made such a huge difference." Here's how to try it yourself. Get raw, whole almonds with the skin on. That brown skin holds most of the antioxidants that protect your blood vessels and reduce inflammation. If possible, choose organic, conventionally farmed almonds. Can carry pesticides that irritate your gut. To prep them properly, soak a small handful, about 30 grams, in filtered water for at least 12 hours. This activates enzymes that break down phytic acid, a natural compound that can block magnesium absorption. After soaking, rinse them well and store them in the fridge. They'll keep for up to 3 days. Eat them first thing in the morning with a piece of fruit high in vitamin C like berries or kiwi to supercharge your magnesium absorption. Avoid eating almonds with dairy, though calcium competes with magnesium for absorption. Quick note: if you're allergic to nuts or on blood thinners, talk to your doctor before starting this. The best part? Many seniors who follow this simple almond routine also report better digestion, steadier blood pressure, and less joint pain. Sometimes nature really does provide the best medicine. And next, we're diving into something you might not expect. A delicious treat that's often labeled as a guilty pleasure, but could actually be your secret weapon against cramps. Yes, you heard that right, dark chocolate. This isn't a joke. When it's chosen and prepared properly, dark chocolate can be one of the most powerful natural sources of magnesium out there. Most people think of chocolate as an indulgence, something sweet to snack on. But dark chocolate with a high cocoa content, 85% or higher, is packed with nutrients that older muscles and nerves need to function properly. What makes dark chocolate so unique is the combination of magnesium and a compound called theobromine. This little powerhouse helps relax blood vessels and improve circulation, making it easier for oxygen and nutrients to reach your muscles. And that means fewer cramps. In fact, a study from the University of Lausanne found that seniors who ate just 20 grams of high cocoa dark chocolate 3 times a week experienced a 68% reduction in nighttime leg cramps over 4 weeks. That's a massive improvement for such a small change. But hold on, it's not just any chocolate. The average candy bar from the store won't help you. Most are loaded with added sugars, artificial sweeteners, or processed fats that cancel out the benefits. Here's what to look for: 85% cocoa content or higher single origin cocoa beans, Like those from Ecuador or Peru, these retain more antioxidants and magnesium, no added dairy, soy, or artificial flavors. Now, let's talk about how to eat it the right way. Instead of biting into a cold bar, gently melt your dark chocolate. Heat it slowly using a double boiler or in short bursts at low heat. Ideally, don't go over 113 degrees Fahrenheit, 45 degrees Celsius. This makes the magnesium more bioavailable, up to 30% more absorbable compared to eating it cold. Add a small pinch of Himalayan pink salt while melting. It's rich in trace minerals that work with magnesium to reduce cramps and support muscle recovery. Now, a quick storage tip: don't keep your dark chocolate in the fridge. The moisture can ruin its structure and reduce its potency. Instead, store it in a cool, dark cupboard, somewhere dry and away from sunlight. Many of my patients love melting 2 small squares in the afternoon and dipping fresh fruit into it, or just enjoying it plain with a warm cup of herbal tea. Not only does it help with cramps, but it also boosts mood, steadies blood pressure, and can even improve your sleep quality. Let me tell you about Walter, a retired teacher from Michigan. He struggled with painful nighttime cramps for years. Magnesium pills didn't help. But when he switched to high cocoa dark chocolate, 3 times a week melted, not cold, he started noticing relief within 2 weeks. After a month, his blood tests even showed his magnesium levels were back to normal. He said, "It almost felt too good to be true, but it worked." So yes, a little chocolate really can be good for you, as long as it's dark, simple, and prepared with care. Magnesium-rich food number 4, pumpkin seeds. Up next, a food that's tiny but mighty: pumpkin seeds, also known as pepitas. If you've never paid much attention to these little green seeds, now is the time to start. Just a small handful, about 1/4 cup, provides nearly half your daily magnesium needs. That's huge. But it's not just the magnesium. Pumpkin seeds are also rich in potassium, which helps balance fluids in your body and supports nerve function; zinc, which boosts immune health and tissue repair; plant-based omega-3s, which reduce inflammation and support muscle function. Together, these nutrients form a powerhouse combination to prevent cramps, improve sleep, and reduce that heavy, achy feeling many older adults experience in their legs. In fact, a study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors who regularly ate pumpkin seeds had significantly fewer muscle cramps, better circulation, and improved sleep within just 6 weeks. So how do you get the most out of them? Start by choosing raw, unsalted pumpkin seeds. Avoid roasted or flavored varieties. They're often cooked in oils or packed with salt that can reduce their benefits and add strain to your heart. Preparation is simple. Soak 1/4 cup of seeds in filtered water with a pinch of sea salt overnight, at least 8 hours. Rinse them the next morning and let them air dry, or eat them as if we soak them. It activates enzymes that break down anti-nutrients like phytic acid, which can block magnesium absorption. You can sprinkle them over oatmeal or yogurt, toss them into salads, or even blend them into smoothies for a nutritious crunch. Some folks also enjoy them as a standalone snack throughout the day. Let me share the story of Karen, a 69-year-old retired nurse from Colorado. She suffered from painful leg cramps almost every night for over a decade. After adding soaked pumpkin seeds to her daily routine, nothing else changed. She noticed results within 2 weeks. Her sleep improved, the cramps eased, and her energy bounced back. She told me, "I didn't think something so simple would actually work, but it did. I feel better than I have in years." So if you're looking for a no-fuss, high-impact food to fight cramps, pumpkin seeds should be on your list. They're inexpensive, easy to prepare, and surprisingly delicious. Magnesium-rich food number 5, quinoa. Now, let's wrap up the food list with something you may have heard of, but maybe haven't tried yet. Quinoa. Often labeled as a trendy health food, quinoa has actually been cultivated for thousands of years. And it just so happens to be one of the best plant-based sources of magnesium, with about 120 milligrams per cooked cup. That's nearly a third of your daily needs, all in one serving. Magnesium is essential for muscle relaxation. Without it, your muscles are more likely to spasm, tighten, and cause those intense nighttime cramps that rob you of rest. But quinoa isn't just about magnesium. It's also packed with potassium, which supports fluid balance, iron for oxygen-rich blood flow, complete protein, meaning it contains all 9 essential amino acids your muscles need to rebuild and stay strong, something especially critical as we age. In one study published in the Journal of Nutrition and Healthy Aging, seniors who ate quinoa 4 times a week experienced 50% fewer nighttime cramps after just 6 weeks. Many also reported less stiffness in the mornings and better mobility. Here's the key, though: you have to prepare it right. Quinoa seeds are naturally coated in something called saponin, which can irritate your gut and interfere with mineral absorption. So always rinse your quinoa thoroughly in cold water before cooking. Then, instead of boiling it in plain water, try simmering it in low-sodium vegetable broth to boost flavor and mineral content. After cooking, drizzle with extra virgin olive oil and a splash of lemon juice. This will enhance magnesium absorption and add a fresh, delicious twist. Quinoa is incredibly versatile. Eat it warm as a side dish, cold in a salad, or even in a breakfast bowl topped with fruit and nuts. One of my patients, George, a 72-year-old retired teacher from Ohio, used to suffer from daily fatigue and leg pain. He swapped his usual white rice for quinoa a few times a week. In just 1 month, he saw a huge difference. His cramps all but disappeared, and his energy came roaring back. He said, "I finally felt like I was back in control of my body." So if you've been hesitant to try quinoa, now's the perfect time. It's gentle on the stomach, easy to cook, and a fantastic way to nourish your muscles from the inside out, even when you're eating the right magnesium-rich foods. Let's be real, cramps can still strike out of nowhere, especially at night. That sudden tightening, the sharp pain, it's awful. But don't panic. I want to show you a simple 6-step emergency routine you can use the moment a cramp begins. These steps are based on real clinical strategies used by professionals. Let's walk through them so you'll be ready. Step 1. The 30-second reflex reset. Moment a cramp hits, get out of bed. Yes, even if it's 3 am, your foot firmly on a cold surface like tile or wood. That sudden temperature change triggers nerve reflexes that help calm muscle spasms. Then, walk slowly, don't stretch yet. Keep your knees slightly bent and shift your weight onto the cramping leg. Gentle movement does more good than aggressive stretching in the early seconds, and helps your muscle release faster. Step 2. Fast-acting hydration shot. Keep a few ingredients ready in your kitchen so you can make this anti-cramp drink on the fly. Warm water, not hot. A pinch of Himalayan pink salt restores mineral balance. 1 teaspoon of raw honey. Natural sugars for energy and potassium. Juice from 1/4 lemon. Boosts magnesium absorption and adds vitamin C. Stir it all together and take a sip. Hold it in your mouth for 10 seconds before swallowing. Why? Because magnesium and potassium can absorb quickly through your mouth's tissues. Relief starts faster. Step 3. Pressure point release. Apply pressure to 2 specific acupressure spots. Zusanli, Street 36, located about 4 finger widths below the kneecap, slightly to the outer side of your shin. Calf center point, right between the 2 bulging muscle strands in the middle of your calf. Use your thumbs to press gently but firmly for 10 to 15 seconds while breathing slowly. This helps block pain signals and encourage the muscle to relax naturally. Step 4. The contrast therapy cycle. Next, you're going to alternate warmth and cold to break the cramp cycle. Place a towel-wrapped warm, not hot, water bottle on the cramping muscle for 30 seconds. Then, switch to an ice pack for 20 seconds. Repeat the cycle 3 times. This contrast therapy increases blood flow, soothes nerve endings, and helps flush out lactic acid buildup in the muscle. Step 5. Avoid these common mistakes. When a cramp hits, your first instinct might be to stretch hard or jump into a hot bath. Don't. Avoid forceful stretching. It can cause micro tears that prolong the pain. Skip the hot soak right away. It might feel good for a minute, but could actually increase inflammation in the hours that follow. Step 6. The recovery phase. Once the cramp fades, walk slowly for 5 minutes to restore healthy blood flow. Then, make a recovery drink to continue relaxing your muscles and replenish lost minerals. Here's how. Mix 1 liter of filtered water with 1 sachet of magnesium chloride. Sip it gradually throughout the day before bed. Apply a green clay compress to the area that cramped. Just mix clay with a little water into a paste. Apply it to your skin. Cover it and let it sit for 20 minutes. It draws out tension, supports recovery, and reduces the chance of another spasm. Closing thoughts, recap, and motivation. There you have it. Your complete toolkit for fighting off nighttime muscle cramps. From everyday foods packed with magnesium to emergency techniques you can use tonight, every step we've talked about is simple, natural, backed by science. Remember, not all cramps are just a part of getting older. They're your body's way of asking for help. And with a few smart changes, starting with what's on your plate, you can take back control of your comfort, your energy, and your sleep. Let's quickly recap the 5 magnesium-rich foods we covered today. Spinach, lightly steamed with olive oil and lemon to boost absorption. Almonds, soaked overnight and eaten with fruit high in vitamin C. Dark chocolate to 85% cocoa, melted slowly with a pinch of salt for max effect. Pumpkin seeds, raw, soaked, and easy to add to salads, smoothies, or snacks. Quinoa, rinsed well and cooked with broth, then dressed with olive oil and lemon juice. Each one supports better circulation, healthier muscles, and fewer painful cramps. Together, they form a natural defense system that's both delicious and healing. Now I want to hear from you. Which one of these foods or techniques are you going to try first? Have you ever used one of them before with success? Drop a comment below. Your story might be the motivation someone else needs today. And don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful, and subscribe for more practical science-based tips to stay strong and independent as you age. If this video resonated with you, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 and let us know where you're watching from. It's always inspiring to see our growing community of older adults taking charge of their health all over the world. You might also want to share this video with a friend or loved one who's struggling with cramps. Something as simple as a food swap or nighttime routine could be life-changing. Take care of yourself, stay strong, and I'll see you in the next video.